Hey guys, if you're a longtime viewer of this channel, you'd know my playstyle didn't actually start with the typical AR setup, or HPA for that matter. In fact, I used to exclusively do sniper gameplay back in the days of the SSG-24. So clearly, somewhere along the way I made the change to the AR for a more up close and personal style of play, and footage for you guys to enjoy. Today, I want to talk about why. Why did I stop sniping in Airsoft? As always, after you've heard my thoughts, I'd love to hear maybe why you prefer your own style of gameplay, whether it be the same as mine, or maybe you prefer sniping. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. So, I think my #1 reason why I stopped sniping was because I've always been a run and gun type of guy. Judging from my gameplay, even with the SSG-24, I ran around from spot to spot a lot. In fact, the ideal footage for me was when I was moving around from spot to spot and being that frontline sniper. Most snipers don't really see that as a necessary quality. Most snipers at Airsoft that I've noticed tend to be a little more patient, whereas I was always making things a little more frantic for myself. This run and gun style never really complemented my weapon of choice at the time. Sure, it helped with footage, but at the back of my mind I sort of always knew I'd be better off with an AR to complement a more mobile playstyle. The next reason why I stopped sniping was because I never really looked the part. I think. Just based on preference, I've always worn the full chest rig, helmet, and goggles combo. You know, I never really dug that lighter gear loadout, and I definitely never cared to wear a ghillie or even just blend in with my environment for that matter. I think you guys can tell by now based on my colorful helmet bullets or painted mesh masks. A lot of snipers tend to at least try to blend in with their environment, much like that of a hunter, if you will. I never really cared. I've always just been loud and proud, which again complements my new weapon of choice. So here's a more technical reason why I stopped sniping. Technically in Airsoft, an AR upgraded like my M4 or like my AUG, both of which are HPA, can shoot just as far or lift just as heavy weight of BB as a sniper. Here's the thing about sniping in Airsoft. Sniping is a play style. That's it. There is a satisfying one-shot, one-kill playstyle attached to sniping. It's also quite economical, especially since you wouldn't want to just be spraying expensive .45 gram BBs at your target. Let me learn you something about AEGs, HPA ARs, and spring-powered snipers. First off, if you don't know, heavier BBs fly straighter for further distances. This makes for more accurate shots. This is why snipers, which are slow to fire, utilize heavier BBs. Any AEG with an upgraded hop-up can lift heavy BBs. Heavier BBs will lower a gun's FPS or joule output, so installing a heavier spring will fix that. However, an AEG with a very strong spring will risk wearing down its gearbox internals. This is bad. That being said, an AEG with properly fully upgraded gearbox internals that are more durable will probably do just fine and become a fast firing DMR. That's the extent of my knowledge for AEGs. Now, I switched over to HPA. With HPA, my gearbox is literally empty with just a little engine inside doing all the work. What makes HPA great is that if I want to fire heavier BBs and make long range shots with accuracy because of higher wind resistance, all I need to do is make sure my hop up is adequate and then just crank up my PSI, increasing my FPS or joule output. It's like having an adjustable spring in my gun gun that doesn't wear down any of my gearbox internals, because I don't have any. As long as if my engine or regulator can withstand the air pressure, my gun will function. And, you know, not just blow up in my hands, I guess. The problem with HPA is that it's expensive. Besides that whole money issue, this is why I made the switch from sniping to running an HPA AR. HPA is versatile. Also, I definitely don't shoot heavier than .32s at the moment, simply because I don't commonly shoot at ranges that require more wind-resistant BB weights. If I do need to make longer shots, I arc my gun up and try to land my lighter BBs from above. It works, makes for good kill shots, but just requires a little more effort on my part. And then there's spring-powered snipers. Spring-powered systems are easy to use and are very reliable for sniping. This is the best option for long-range shots because it's not as expensive as HPA. While yes, some snipers are trash out of the box, many aren't. Examples that come to mind are the Silverback SRS or the SSG-10. By the way, if you're planning on getting or have an SSG-10 and you haven't gotten the TDC mod for it, what in the world are you waiting for? Absolute game changer. The problem with spring-powered snipers is you are literally stuck with that playstyle if you choose to use them. Fields have rules of sniper engagement distances, not because they shoot further, but because they have stronger springs in them compared to an AEG, which will hurt more. It's basically no different than me cranking up the PSI on my regulator so I can shoot .45 gram BBs at a higher FPS or joule output. At that point, I'm just running around with a compact-sized sniper rifle. If you run HPA, please be mindful of this. Play safe and stick with lighter BBs if your playstyle is going to be up close. And then there's HPA sniper rifles that don't require cocking. Yeah, you guys ruined this whole operation. Lastly, to wrap this video up, I stopped sniping because I've never really liked having those sniping gameplay restrictions put on me, especially when I'm trying to make videos. If I want to rush the objective, and not just with a pistol, I can't use a sniper. If I want to turn through tight corners for CQB, I can do that so much better with my AUG. Sure, this is why a sidearm comes in handy, but my playstyle has always resulted in making that sniper rifle just feel cumbersome, out of place if you will. The point of this video isn't to diss sniping. Like I said, it's a playstyle. For example, my fiance loves sniping. She loves that satisfying one shot, one kill type of playstyle. She also doesn't sprint around from firefight to firefight like I do. Sniping is perfect for her. She loves it, and since returning to the field is even starting to look at a more proper sniper outfit to look and feel the part a little more. And as a content creator, I really appreciate being able to provide you guys some run and gun gameplay and sniping gameplay since we both record footage. Anyways, that's why I stopped sniping. I've got no regrets starting Airsoft with a sniper, and it's helped mold me into the shape of Airsofter I am today. I'd love to hear what your playstyle is in the comments, or maybe what you think about sniping. There are no wrong answers here. That's the beauty of it all. Take care, guys. See you next time.